Perfect. There we go. There, and you guys can hear me too. Perfect. All right. Looks like we're ready to go. Sorry about that, folks. I was having technical difficulties again. This time we're using the StreamYards to go live. I haven't done this in a couple of years, but we're doing it again now that I have my laptop. I'm going to send the link in a second to some group chats for people to join. So today we're going to be playing some Mario Brothers in a little bit. We're going to chat. I'll do some vacuuming. And for the fire alarm, we might have to go take a trip to the basement because I don't have it in my room anymore. Yeah, we were supposed to have a thunderstorm today. We didn't get one. We just send the link to the group chat. I'll be right back, folks. Just give me a sec. Wait for this to stop ringing. There we go. Now all I gotta do is just paste the link to the group chat. Not as familiar with I still got this thing. I've only had it for like a week. My mom just got it. This is gonna be miserable. I'm gonna paste this already. I'm trying to pick the group chat. Again, I apologize for that. It's very frustrating. That's just when you gotta get to it again. We should be back. I hope it doesn't do it a lot. I'm not stream, so keep that in mind. It's not too bad right now. Only a moment. Try. Ding. Why? Hey. That's cool. Up there. Trying to send links. Sorry, guys. Sorry. My bad. This is terrible. My bad. Ha. Yeah, it's my first time using StreamYards on the laptop. The last time I used the StreamYards, it was on the iPad, and that was back in 2023. I did just send the link in the group chat, so people should be able to join in a few moments. I'm gonna set up the Wii. We're gonna play Mario. We ended off World 4, so now we're gonna start off World 5. I'll give people a chance to join first. I know it'll take a while. Yeah, I apologize for those technical difficulties. This might happen every time because I have to go to a different tab. See, even on the laptop, it lags. I hate that. It's very, very frustrating. And I also got to get a profile picture. Oh, you can see it on the stream. I have to edit that because that's my old one. But I'll edit that. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. I just had a thunderstorm approach that was quite unexpectedly, but I didn't have any alerts go off, which was kind of weird. But it was kind of strong and windy, so hardly I didn't get any alerts. Ooh.
Yeah, in my area, we were supposed to. I was waiting for it to happen, and we never got it. And it got really dark, and it said on the weather like 100% chance of a thunderstorm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing I cut the grass because I needed to be cutting before it started pouring. And now it's back to sunny now, so it changed pretty quick. Now it's all sunny and cleared up now.
Yeah, I
so
want to
it's
go
kinda-
back to doing those things. We don't have a lot, and the neighbor mows the lawn.
I'm doing good, Sean. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? I was thinking about I'm thinking about going live for my birthday stream on my main channel. Even though I haven't used it in a long time, but I'm starting to get back into my my main channel and stuff because like almost every time when I make a new account, it automatically gets deleted, which is ridiculous. But yeah, I haven't been really like active on YouTube a lot because I've been taking a break and just been focusing on my life and with all the craziness that I've gone through, and so far it's been working pretty good. But
Now I'm having issues with the TV. Display's not coming in well. First it was the live stream, now it's the dang TV. I'll get it, don't worry. I'm trying to set this thing up so you guys can see when I... Okay, now I think it's working. Okay, good. Okay, I knew it would work. Alright, turn this down just in case. For copyright reasons, I want to be on the safer side. You'll probably hear a little bit in the last live stream you did. But I just want to... Shoot, hold on. Nothing's the matter. We got it taken care of. It's all good. Alright, World 5. So we're in World 5. I know I could probably put my thing on full screen, but that wouldn't be fair to other people, so I'm just not going to do that. But I'm just going to wait for this to... I don't want it to be too bright. You guys can't see. But yeah, we're World 5 now. I have 90 lives. This is yeah, we're gonna do the whole entire world like we do with all the other ones. So yeah, hopefully you guys can hear and it's not glitching again. You can just let me know if you can hear, because
I mean I can hear it, but you're all frozen.
I don't want... Oh. All right, perfect. You can hear. Just making sure it's not, having problems again. Okay. So we'll get started then. I'll keep my eyes in case other people join. So yeah, I figured out, like I mentioned in my community post, I wanted to do StreamYard live streams crossovers where people will actually join the panel for very, very fun. Yeah.
Those are my
The last time I did it was in 2000.
There you go.
I did it in 2023, and I'm doing it on the iPad, but to do it on, I figured why not? Because it's getting nice. I don't think we're gonna go outside today because it's hopefully it will be raining. We'll definitely go outside next Saturday. Darn rain outside time. I guess we can still go outside, but yeah, it's more colder and it's rainy and that. Dang it! Wasn't supposed to be like that.
I'm gonna be playing a game.
What I'm gonna do now, every time I kill from now on, do another slot. That way I'm not wasting time. I was actually going to get to the game quicker this time so we can do other things. Because I found myself getting really bored last time. It's actually a lot different being close to the TV than when I play it on my bed. Oh, if I get killed again. Oh, Mario's small. Yay, I got big. Nice.
I
Jalen's here.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to join. Welcome. Oh, better not fall. No. I gotta keep on jumping on the split or else I gotta get into that purple poison there. Oh boy. No. Shoot. Yeah, these ones go fast. You gotta be careful. I was about to finish that one too. Yeah, I'll check your post out. Don't worry. I saw a lot of your videos. They're pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I'll definitely check more out. Don't worry. Because yeah. Okay, so we gotta save Toad in this one if I make it through. It'll be a miracle. You know, I'm good at this game, but still.
I don't know if you guys see my screen as well, but I'm playing Tower Defense Battles too.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Oh my god. Those things, dude. They just keep on coming at you. And now Toad is small, so if Toad takes damage, Toad is done. Okay, not bad, not bad. Made it. Didn't make it. Oh, you're talking to my mom? Oh, well, I'll still check it out. I meant to show you the tower there. I don't know why I just passed that. My bad. Let's make it through this one, shall we? Let's get a mushroom, so we're not going to die instantly. Oh my god, dude! Dude! You know what I keep on forgetting to do? Going to my items and getting a mushroom. I have a ton of them.
Yeah.
Just grab one of those. Because I have so many items in there. Like, I keep on saving items. It's like if you're saving money. So I just go in there and I save my items. That way. If you have a lot of items, you can literally, if they're just there. Like, if you absolutely need them, then you have them. And that's how I keep on getting items. Every time I gotta save a Toad, because I used up all the Toad houses playing the game so much. Let's actually get to this one and not even take damage. Just have to move faster if we can, but that's also part of what makes me take damage in the fight. Boom! Get up there. Get up there, you. Get. Yeah, if the TV darkens, it's just display problems. I don't know what's up with that. It's just doing that.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see my screen, but I'm playing Bloons Tower Defense Battles on my iPad.
I haven't used it in a couple of days. That might be why. Get up there. Oh my goodness. At least I'm not taking damage. Oh, that was so close, but I still didn't take damage. Look how close I am to that thing. Look how close I am to it. I'm so close. I'm not getting damage, though. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at me go. I'm just dodging it. Wow. Isn't that something? Oh, I almost got hit, but I didn't. Let's fight Iggy Azalea. That's a joke. You're not gonna get me, dude. I'll get you, bro. I also haven't vacuumed my rug in a few days, so we'll definitely do that on the live stream in a little while. I'll use the rotator for that. Of course, it's a little dirty. I could have vacuumed it. But that wouldn't be fair for the live stream. So I'm just waiting for the live stream. We'll do it in the live stream pretty soon. Now this one you really gotta pay attention. There's gonna be enemies that just fall, and they fall. So in other words, it's very easy to take damage in this level. And of course, if you're small, that only means really this level requires a lot of attention. You see what I mean? It just requires so much attention. And you could even accidentally fall off the thing if you're not paying a lot of attention. So you just really gotta pay attention. See, that's what I mean. They come out of nowhere. Dude, it comes out right out of nowhere. They just fall. You may not be able to run quickly enough, and then boom. Shoot. I am done. Totally done.
I changed my username to Jimmy Sapphire Blue since yours is dead.
My goal was to get through World 8, but it's going to be way too time consuming, so I'm just not going to bother with that. What we're going to do, we're just going to get through it, and we're going to try to get into, like, after World 6 or World 7. I don't feel like doing the whole thing. Like, I did it to entertain you guys, and that's great, but for me, it's just, too much. So I like to just break it up. It's a lot of work for me just showing you the full game at once. Believe me. This This ghost house here is legit like a maze. I forget where to go, and then I realize I am just. It's basically like a loop until you go through the right doors. I made it. Now we got it. Try to get through the end. It always brings me back to the beginning. I don't want the beginning. I want to go to the end. This is legit just a maze. It's literally a maze. So I might as well just do this. I think I played this game so much recently I got kind of burned out from it. And then I'll spend time not playing it, and then I'll eventually be so bored that I'll want to play it again.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing to me. Like sometimes, like when I play so good, but then when I get bored, I get back into it again, which is kind of
Shoot!
what happened.
I have to remember to get my mushroom. Since I got that mushroom, because that would be in danger. Now I'm in danger. Great danger. And I gotta get all my lives back again. Oh my god! Dude, do you see this? I thought I was good at playing the game. Now I'm suddenly getting killed. Too much. Oh my goodness gracious. Made it to that one. Hallelujah. Give me 3 mushrooms. Do I already have a ton of mushrooms? Like, literally. That's how I got the mushrooms. One from those enemy courses and from the toad houses. But a lot of them are from the enemy courses, if I'm being honest with you. Like a lot of them are from enemy courses. Like probably 98% of them. Shell. Oh, come on, bro. Why do I keep on? At least I got through that one. I'm actually going to get my life back. Just make a run for it. What you got to do. Wasn't a good idea. See, I take a lot of risks. That's me. I take risks. It's proof that I want to push myself out of my comfort zone.
Yep. I do hate it when people push it that was comfort.
Oh my goodness! Why? Why?
What happened? What
I
happened?
keep on getting killed. I keep on dying in this thing. Like, dude. Provides a lot of entertainment, though. I'll tell you that much.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh man.
That's not fair.
Oh,
True. Come
no. I'm gonna
on.
lose.
Right there.
Oh.
Nice try. I got my ice thing back.
I like getting by so much crap. No. I'm gonna lose. Dang it. Oh.
So right now, what I'm doing is I am trying to get through the Mario game. I was able to get through this level. And I didn't even take damage. Well, I did at the beginning, but I got my ice thing back. So that is an example of how we successfully get through a level. Now, this one here, I have to try to save Toad again. Let's see if we can do that. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. Before I even do that, we're gonna take this guy here. We're gonna use him for something. Ready? Let's do that. And not only do we have a Toad, but we also have a Yoshi too. We're gonna take Yoshi, we're gonna do that, and now we're gonna get through. Hopefully we don't fall or anything. Obviously Mario doesn't really have as much control when he's on Yoshi. You know, Yoshi, you're basically controlling Yoshi when Mario is on Yoshi. But all Mario does is just sits there. Yoshi's now doing all the work. Yoshi working. made it. We made it, folks. Oh, I need Toad. And we did it. We saved Toad. Look at that. Let's see. What Toad house do we get? Oh, the star one. That gives me another one of those stars. That helps you become invincible. That's pretty cool. I definitely need some of those. All right, nice. Here. Yeah, Jimmy, that's my one of my in-person friends in the chat.
Hi, too. How you doing?
And I have a lot of cool in-person friends. Oh, I got that. That's my biggest pet peeve. Whenever I just get an item and then I instantly lose it. Those things happen. Oh my gosh. Lucky. That was close. I gotta try to swim up here. Did that. Now you gotta run. You gotta make a run for it. Ooh! Now it's even harder if you're trying to run through water. That's the challenge. I'm not gonna let you live. Yes, you can live. I have so much of World 5. Come up here, activate that, come down here. There's probably an item there, but it's more like here first. Just tell me the things. It's working now, okay? Yeah, sorry if that happens a lot. It's just avoid those bullet bills. So now we're going to come.
I might mute myself for a little bit because I'm gonna be watching stuff. I don't want to give you like a copy if I strike.
Say it again. I sorry, I couldn't hear.
I might mute myself for a little bit. I'm gonna be watching something. And I want to give you like a copy if I strike.
Yeah, this damn thing keeps on cutting out, so I'm kind of having trouble hearing you. I apologize. I heard you a little bit, but look how hard this level is. This is legit like a spike pillar, so I have to avoid that. And every time it's coming up, you have to do your very best to avoid it. Yeah, and avoid them too, obviously. Try to jump up there as fast as I can. Look at that. I just barely avoided the thing. don't jump in the cannon while that thing is coming at you. You will take damage. Word of advice. Oh my gosh, I didn't even hear the thing coming. And now that happened. Yeah, my day was pretty well. Yeah, my mom had work. I just stayed home and just relaxed and all that. So, yeah, I've had a decent day. So yeah, in case you didn't see the community post, I plan to go live every Saturday evening. I like the StreamYards, but sometimes it will glitch on me. But I like to use the StreamYards a lot if I can. Oh, why? Why? Actually, gonna try to show you something in this level. No, not that. There's something I want to show you. I'll be able to get. Oh, I was trying to avoid him. Yeah, I might need that. Wait for this fish to go away. So, we gotta go up that beanstalk. It'd be nice to have one of these things again. First, you have a start point there, and then that's your secret exit. And that will unlock the cannon to level 6. I've already unlocked it, but I'm just showing you. Actually, that doesn't unlock the cannon. Excuse me, that unlocks the pipe to secretly go to the castle. What unlocks the cannon is in the other level. So, I'll show you. I can show you how to unlock the cannon. In this one, there's a red pipe at the end. And you have to go up that pipe, and you gotta go through the thing and get through all the enemies. And once you get through that, that's the secret exit that unlocks the cannon. And I already have it unlocked, but thing. Get me through. Oh my god. One way to avoid that is if you go in the water, but then you have to worry about avoiding those fish. So what I like to do is I like to bring my light with me if I can, so I know exactly where the fish are. And now I've made it to the end. So now we're going to take my little secret exit to the castle to avoid the wolves. Yeah, there's an airship level in this one. Worlds 4, 6, and 8 have airship levels. So that means the castle is not the ending. You have to get through the airship levels. And then you're done. And then that happens. I want to get through it quickly anyways. Here's the airship. This is a little challenging. Did it? That's the first one. Now I got to get up again. 2 more times. If that's the second time. If I don't die, I would have gotten up another time. All right. So we did 2 worlds. So I think I'm just gonna stop it there. I know only 6 minutes long, a little bit longer. Fine. Go outside, but I'm gonna stand on the porch though. Like, and this is always gonna be the natural thing. We're gonna stand on the porch for a while, especially when it's raining. We're gonna stay on the porch. All I'm doing is just, be on the porch and that's it. Probably just keep the laptop like on my lap, facing towards me. I might turn it around, but that'll be it. We're not leaving the porch or anything. I'm just gonna sit out there in the rocking chair.
Are we going to
Do
be doing
that
this?
for a little while, like, maybe 10. And then after that, when we come back in, we'll do some vacuuming. I have to vacuum my rug.
Are we also do the file test in the stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the iPad. Sorry, we're gonna have to do that downstairs because I don't have the alarm in my room right now. But it's gonna make it interesting because it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm just going to World 1, trying to get my lives back. And tomorrow I'll probably just relax more. I'll probably get ready to go back to the academy on Monday. Have a great Monday. That concludes the Mario for today. We'll resume it next week. Let me just save that way. It's obviously smart to save. Oh, I have something else to show you before we go outside. 6:15 p.m. Saturday, April 26th, 2025. That's a long area. Okay.
Ooh, man.
You can ask Shay about this. She knows about this because she sees me in person. Do you know how much I do this in person all the time? Yeah. You in-person friends know about this. Yeah, that's my pride and joy right here. So, yeah.
I think we should be very appreciative that we enjoy the hobbies that, like, fire alarms and vacuums that regular people don't care about.
You know, that's what makes me interesting because I like more of different things that you wouldn't expect anyone to care about.
Like, I've even shown my fire alarms to average people in real life, and when I told them I have a collection, they were very, very, fascinated by it instead of being judgmental.
Yeah, well that's good. You know, it shows that people actually, you know, are nice. I mean, it's kind of hard to find nice people, but it's also good to be grateful for people like that.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time, most of the judgments of people are mostly teenagers and stuff because they're all about going out partying and prom and do all those sorts of stupid stuff. So, yeah. And when I did a road trip with my dad, and when I rode the ferry, we rode on the ferry across the river in North Carolina, and I got to know one of the guys there, and he actually likes shark vacuum as well. When I told him that I collect vacuums,
Uh-huh.
so yeah, Shark is a really nice vacuum brand. I really enjoy it. Plus I'll be getting another Shark vacuum for my birthday in less than a month. So I'm looking forward to it. I really don't care about my birthday that much, but I do appreciate getting the cool stuff I want to get.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, I have my Shark and I really like it. Like the rotator. I have the Navigator. That one, the bristles on it on the brush are kind of, they're worn out, so I have to get a new head for it. I would take the thing apart, but it doesn't have Phillips screws. It has those screws you can't take the thing apart. I hate that. Like, I want to repair that, as I have a brush roll from the rotator. Like, I have a spare brush roll for the rotator, for parts. And I could use that to fix it, but unfortunately, I don't. I can't take it apart because, for one, I don't know if it fits. but more importantly, I don't know if like I don't have the right bits to take those screws out because it doesn't have the Phillips like the rotator does.
Yeah. Thanks, Northeast Rail Guy, but my birthday is on May 22nd, which is less than a month, but thanks anyways. But yeah.
You know, happy early birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, since it's April 26th, my birthday is in like less than a month, so which is on May 22nd. But yeah, but sometimes I ask myself, I know it sounds negative, but sometimes I ask myself, why am I even brought into this world to be exposed to all the toxicity that we had to go through? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy life as much as possible. Sometimes things get thrown at you, and certain things are just unbearable to deal with. But, and then of course I try to get through it as much as I can because I want to show people that I'm a strong person. You know, but yeah, it can be hard. It can definitely be stressful sometimes, especially what I hate. Like this is the problem when there's people out there who just criticize you.
yeah,
Like,
when
don't criticize.
like when people say like, "Oh, it's life, deal with it," like that's just BS. Like, not everybody can handle that, and I honestly hate those types of people who are judgmental and pushy like that.
Yeah, like I said, certain things are unbearable. Like just because you can handle it, that's good. But other people, certain things can be too much. Like for me, for example, being shy and having social anxiety issues. Like I've been trying to overcome it myself, but there were some people, I'm not gonna say who, but they were trying to push me themselves. And of course, I feel very disrespected by that.
Yeah, you should never push people, especially the censor. That's not okay. And I mean, I did had a bit of social anxiety, but I was able to work on it on my own. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, sometimes I still have social anxiety, but the only time that I'm okay being social is for people that I'm familiar with and I feel comfortable with, like especially in a comfortable environment that I'm familiar with. But like when I'm like in a unfamiliar place, especially with lots of people that I don't know, then yeah, that's when I get really shy and anxious, and I don't like that.
And it's not just social anxiety, but it's also being socially awkward, which means that you feel awkward being around people. Like it's not necessarily just feeling awkward speaking to them, but it's also like when you're like, for example, like if I'm outside, there's a person walking on the sidewalk, like it just it'll feel awkward, like it's just awkward to me. Like for one, I don't know them, and secondly, like it's just I know people are going out for walks, but it just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, like sometimes I do that too. Like sometimes when I go for a walk in my neighborhood, when I'm enjoying the nice weather, and when I see somebody walking their dog, I switch over to the other side of the sidewalk, across the street. That way I don't have to deal with them. 'Cause, yeah, that's what makes me uncomfortable.
What I really don't like is sometimes people will just confront me or whatever. Like that's what I really hate. Like for example, like let's say I'm waiting out at the bus, right? There'll be a person. They might be walking on the sidewalk, and if they see me, they'll confront me. And like I remember a couple. No, it was actually a few months ago. I was waiting at the bus stop, and I think it was this undercover cop. He confronted me like, "Oh, is everything okay? Like, what are you doing? Just sitting there?" And I had to tell him, "I'm waiting for a bus to come get me." Don't stop being nosy, dude. I don't even know you.
Yeah, that's why I don't like authorities because they can be controlling and nosy. I mean, I understand they want to keep us safe, but
I
sometimes.
mean, yeah, people in general will do that. Well, they'll just be nosy. Like, if you don't know someone, then you have no business speaking to them. No offense.
Yeah, like sometimes they take safety way too seriously. Like it's like they take it like out of context and out of control. I mean, I understand they didn't want people getting hurt. I get that, but you don't need to like be so controlling over that.
Yeah, that's pushing it.
Yeah, because that's one thing I don't like about authorities in general is that they always take things too seriously and they're always about control. And that's why I don't like. That's why I prefer to live out like in quiet rural areas where it's like not much people to deal with and there's like no just basically most of the time you're by yourself, which is what I like. And one thing I definitely disagree with is that people say that humans are social creatures, which I strongly disagree with that BS. because I'm not really much of a social person myself, and I prefer, I mean, I don't mind hanging out with some people on some cases, but most of the time I prefer being by myself, especially at home. Because, like, I used to go out to a restaurant by myself, but honestly, I feel more comfortable having food delivered to my place when I order on Uber Eats. 'Cause I prefer to eat at home when it's not.
You know, speaking of going to restaurants, the thing that makes me uncomfortable, this is mainly because my mom's with me. If I'm by myself, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. I know this sounds weird because I'd feel uncomfortable being by myself, but you know how when the waiter or waitress will take our order, I feel uncomfortable speaking to the waiter in front of my mom. Like, even though I'm shy, it's even more awkward when I'm speaking to someone in front of my mom. Like, I might feel more comfortable speaking to them if my mom's not there. I don't know. That's just me.
But yeah, most of the time I prefer being by myself, especially with animals. Like, I definitely feel a lot more comfortable around animals than people because animals don't judge you for who you are or how you live.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about people. Like, they always criticize me for what I do in life. Like, no offense. I'm not trying to sound rude, but that's none of your business. I mean, I understand people are curious, but at the very least, don't criticize me. For example, if I don't have a job yet, that's my business.
Yeah,
Like, don't be all worried about me. Like, if I want you to worry about me, then that's different. But if you're just worried about me just because you think I'm making a wrong life choice, that's debatable. But when it comes to having a job, if I'm not ready yet, that's fine. It doesn't matter how old you are. Like, some people just aren't ready yet. That's the thing.
yeah, because honestly, and just because we don't have jobs doesn't mean that we're lazy. Like, I clean up after myself. I even help my neighbors mow the lawns because one of my neighbors is getting old and he can't do most of the things himself. So, like, I volunteer to like mow the lawn for him, and he pays me a little money.
Yeah, like I help around the house sometimes. I do things. So no, I'm not lazy, but and I'll be honest, like I like to relax a lot, like legit a lot. Like it might make me seem lazy, but that's just me. That's how I am. Like I'm more of a laid back person.
Yeah, same here. Like, I don't want
People need to learn to accept that.
yeah, yeah, because I don't want a job that's all pushy and stressful and deal with loudness because that would be very hazardous to my mental health.
Yep. I'll be back in a second. We're about to go outside on the porch. We're not going nowhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, man, I'm tired.
Okay, we're outside now, so I'll show you around. It's not going to show a whole lot, but yes. All right, sit in the chair. Oh yeah, I cleaned the porch a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. I cleaned it. I got rid of all those leaves. There's a lot of pollen all over the ground. That's how this time of year is. I honestly like it. Unfortunately, it's a little bit chillier today because we had rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but not as much as it did today. I honestly don't like rain, but the thing to remember is April showers bring May flowers. So all the rain that we got helps everything grow. Look, all the grass is all green. I love that, and it's not
Yeah,
cold in the morning no more. That's why I honestly, if I'm being honest, I honestly like this time of year even more than summer because this is when everything is starting to grow.
yeah. Spring is my favorite season of the year, where you can like we see the buds growing and trees blossoming. Even though it's all fully grown, pretty much in my area, but yeah. But yeah, spring is definitely my number one favorite season of the year. Of course, the only downside is the pollen, but it didn't really bother me too much because I take the Flonase, which is like daily allergy medicine that kind of helps you prevent from having bad allergies.
Yeah, and summer is great too, but the only cons are the summer it can get really hot. But the bigger thing that's way worse than that is dealing with mosquitoes.
Yeah, like that's the thing I hate about summer is the mosquitoes and the hot, humid weather. But of course, it is good for going to the beach or getting wet from the sprinkler or water park. But yeah, that's and also it's really important to have air conditioning because I honestly would rather have my heat get broken than AC because it's easier to stay warm than it is to stay cold. Because yeah, I remember last year in the summer when we had our AC system broken, we had to wait for a repair guy to come and fix it, and the house was just getting all humid and muggy, and it was just miserable, and I hated it.
And I remember back in January, our heater broke, the radiator thing broke. Like I remember waking up like around 7 p.m. and it was like back in January, so it was probably like only 15 degrees out. We had no heat. It was freezing. We had to wait the whole entire night. We had to use our oven to warm the house up. I'd leave my door open. It didn't work that well. I had to turn my fan off because that thing blows a lot of cold air, as you know. It was just a living hell. I could barely sleep. It was awful. So when I came home from school the next day, we had our heat back, but it sucked having to wait, and the person couldn't come to fix it, because it was too late at night. So we had to deal with being without heat. It was
Yeah,
awful.
maybe because I have lots of blankets I sleep with, and maybe because I eat a lot. That's why it's probably not as bad as having the heat get broken than the AC. So maybe that's why.
And the freaking heater broke like 2 years ago also, and then it broke again 2 years later. Like what the heck? Well, almost 2 years later because it broke in early February 2023, and then it broke again back in January. It was a valve, and this time something else had to be replaced or whatever. I can't remember what it was. The course has to break like in the middle of the winter time. Hopefully that doesn't happen again because yeah, sucks being
But
without heat. Even though it was only one night, but still, it didn't matter. It was awful.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't bother me too much because because maybe because I eat a lot and I have lots of blankets I can just cover myself with, and that would warm me up pretty quick. But yeah,
Yeah, for me, over time that gets uncomfortable, and I eventually sweat, even though it's winter. You know what I mean?
uh,
But yeah, I mean
but
it works a little bit, of course. And
but
then
yeah,
go ahead.
but yeah, having the AC broken is honestly way worse in my opinion because you're all hot and humid and sweaty, especially if it's muggy and it's hard to sleep when you're sweaty because you're trying to cool off and all that, and
Yeah,
yeah. Which really reminds me, I learned that if you spray your outdoor AC unit with a garden hose, not a pressure washer, when you spray to rinse off all the debris and vegetation and the coils, it will actually help perform well. Which I probably should do that sometime.
but yeah. So we have air conditioning, but my mom is thinking about buying a new one because the one that we have in the living room is kind of in rough shape. It does still work great. So we're gonna hold on to it until it dies out. But my mom luckily has more money to buy a new one when the time comes. That's great.
Yeah,
We're gonna be staying cool.
yeah,
I
that's
remember the when we first moved in back in July 2019. At the very beginning, I didn't have AC, and it was awful.
yeah,
Not to mention you have those centipede bugs too whenever it's hot. So once I had my AC, they were gone. Now obviously I felt more comfortable because it was nice and cool.
yeah. Like I couldn't imagine what life would be if we didn't have AC. I probably would just move up north, like up in Canada, where it gets cool almost all year round.
Honestly, I like the more modern air conditioners where it actually tells you like digitally like the temperature or whatever. Because the one we have in the living room doesn't have that. It's more of the older one where it just has like the turn thing. And the one in my room has that too. Even though that one's older, but it tells you the temperature. It's more of like a digital thing. So I believe the newer one that my mom's gonna eventually buy is like that too, where it's the digital.
Yeah. Well, I guess any air conditioner is better than nothing. So.
I mean, of course, but I just like that's the design that I like better if I had to choose. But yes, of course, it's nice to stay cool. But this AC here that we have right over in the living room here, that used to be the one in my room. But then I got another one, and that's the one that has like it's more automatic. It has like you have to press more buttons. This one has more like switch buttons, so I like that more honestly. And what's the other thing that's cool about it? Oh yeah, it has an energy saver thing too.
Oof. Yeah. It's been like 3 years since I've been collecting fire alarms. It's crazy how time goes by. I don't know what day it was when I first met you, but I think it was like almost 3 years ago when I saw that you subscribed to my channel on my main channel when I watch your content, and that's when I noticed that you also like vacuums and fire alarms.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
actually gonna buy new fire alarms soon with my next YouTube paycheck. Can't wait till I get it. I gotta probably wait until like June until I get my YouTube paycheck, which is kind of ridiculous. Like I don't like I'm not at the threshold yet, but still, like you still have to like once I've reached the maximum, and then I get the like it doesn't my paycheck isn't set until like over a month after. Like I hate that, but it's just the way it is. But it'll come before I know it because time goes by fast. So that's the good news.
my birthday's on May 22nd, Mystical. So yeah, it's less than a month away. So it's on May 22nd, 1999, which I'll be 26 years old. So
Yeah, I remember May 22nd last year we had a fire drill. I wonder is that we haven't had one yet for this month. We are gonna probably have it next week, like probably Tuesday or Wednesday. We definitely will,
yeah.
most likely, because usually the last couple months of the year they always do fire drills because the weather's nicer and all that.
But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna be planning on doing, but I do hopefully to get another shark vacuum because I did the other shark, the previous shark, well, not the previous one, but the third one that I have in my collection, which is the shark. Um, let me look at it. Let me show it to you guys real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, when we get inside the house, I'm gonna vacuum with my shark, the rotator one, the white and red one. It has the
Yeah,
lights. My favorite one.
yeah. There's some shark vertex powered liftweight dual clean. Surprisingly, my dad was gonna get me this for my birthday unexpectedly, but it turns out I purchased it myself. So I decided to show him another model that I wanted to get as a birthday gift, which is also a dual clean powered liftweight. It's a little bit of a different model.
Yeah, so right now we're outside. We're just relaxing outside for a little bit, enjoying the weather, and after that, we're gonna go inside the house, back to my room, and we're gonna do some vacuuming, and then I'm gonna have this like on the stairwell, and I'm gonna show the Spectral Classic going off.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna sit outside on my screen and porch. So yeah, I got some rain here, so there's a lot of debris on the ground because
Yeah, like I said, we had rain too. It's still wet right now. If you guys can see, it's wet.
I'm walking in some water that got in from the rain. Oh, my socks are wet.
Again, I'm not the biggest fan of rain. It makes everything more dreary, but at the same time, think about what rain does for the environment.
Yeah, because we should. I mean, plus rain can be relaxing too. If it's nice, we can just have the windows open and listen to it. But like,
Because one,
it can't be an
rain helps
inconvenience.
everything grow. Rain helps everything grow for one. Secondly, it keeps all the oceans full of water. If you don't have rain, it becomes a drought. Like the oceans and lakes are all going to lose water, and we don't want that.
Yeah, because water. Without water, then there'll be no life on Earth. So
The only thing is, as much as rain is useful, sometimes it rains way too much, and that's the problem. Like if it rains a few times a week, like like a couple times a week, that is fine. But if it rains every single day of the week, that's unnecessary.
yeah,
Like I like sun too,
yeah,
like it's beautiful out with the sun out. But
yeah,
I'll tell you what I like more than just rain by itself: a thunderstorm.
yeah. Like when there's when you see lightning and thunder, that's really cool to watch, especially at night.
Yeah, we were supposed to have one today, then we didn't. Like I'm disappointed. Like I was looking forward to a thunderstorm, and like it was legit so dark too. It looked like it was like legit getting dark out, like it is now.
Yeah.
That's what I hate when the weather says we're gonna get a thunderstorm, then we don't even get one. It's just really cloudy and rainy. Like come on, I was looking forward to a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
apparently
it's disappointing when we don't get thunderstorm when we thought we were.
yeah, apparently we didn't get it because it cooled down. It got like a little bit too colder for it. Because it was a lot warmer out earlier before the rain. Before like there was a period of time where it stopped raining, and that's when it was warmer out. Yeah, earlier today, just before my mom got home, it wasn't raining no more, and it was a lot warmer then. And now it's raining again. It's colder again, and not to mention it's almost nighttime. So
It's still kind of light out in Maya, but the sun's starting to set now. So, but yeah, I enjoy the rain during the springtime because we can have the windows open, especially if it washes down the pollen.
yeah,
But yeah, like rain like maybe once or twice a week is a perfect balance. But when it's raining like almost every day, come on, that's too much. And also like especially if you have something planned that you want to do outside, but you have to like cancel or postpone it due to the weather. I mean that can be disappointing as well. So like the only time that I prefer rain is like when I'm at home chilling and stuff or
yeah. That's something I really hate. Like if I'm planning to go to the beach or something or whatever, or go swimming somewhere, then it rains. Like, does it have to happen at that moment? Like, come on, I had plans.
yeah. And sometimes like when it's like really hot and humid during the summer, I sometimes go out in the rain in my swimsuit and just walk in the rain when it's like really humid and warm and stuff, and it feels refreshing. It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
nature water park.
yeah. We gotta buy like one of those sprinklers so I can just go out in the backyard and just run around in it. Maybe make a
Yeah.
video on it. Because we have a hose, you just need the sprinkler.
I mean, I could send you one of mine and stuff, but yeah,
Like the one that it's like an oscillating fan. It just keeps on shooting water in certain directions. We had one a long time ago at our old house. Like that was probably 2016. That was a while back, like almost 10 years ago.
yeah. I mean, I have impulse sprinklers, the ones that made the sound. I mean, that's what I pretty much only collect because they're my favorite.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we never had one of those. It was like legit, like one of those like lawn sprinklers or whatever. Like it shoots up water like really, really high up in the air. One of those. Like it shoots water like 12 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Then it goes from side to side. Yeah, you hook it up to the hose, obviously. Yeah, those sprinklers are honestly pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the impulse sprinklers because that's what I grew up playing during my childhood, and I like the sound they make because they remind me of my childhood. I like the different speeds and the pulsation sounds they make. I usually prefer like a medium speed and not too fast, not too slow. I mean, there's some that are like really incredibly fast, and there's some that are really slow. But for me personally, I kind of like the medium speed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want to see if I can share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. Just give me a sec. Like, go away, notifications. I'm gonna share screen. Oh, come on, Bowser doesn't. Why does that always happen to me where it does that garbage? Ugh, it's always something.
Oof.
Yeah, I was gonna show you what it looks like, but it's not letting me share my screen, so. Your browser doesn't support screen sharing. It's stupid. Come on. Why is it always it doesn't support, or we can't do this, blah blah blah? Like why does it always happen that way?
Man, I hate these stupid error messages that just don't let us do what we want it to do. It's like they're trying to control us and dictate our rights. That's why
It's like
that's why sometimes switch over to computer hacker. I mean, I know it sounds illegal, but I will only use it for good reasons, like getting rid of the stupid error messages. Like make it
like that. It seems like that happens like too often. Like why? Like even earlier before I was popping up on the StreamYards, it was telling me, "Oh, sorry, I can't open the page. This page can't be opened." Like, come on! I want to do the damn StreamYards.
Yeah.
Like, come on! Like, why does it got to be difficult with me? Sorry, it's an error. Like, come on! What's up with all the stupid, dumb errors? Like, if it happens once in a while, then it's the way it is. If it happens all the time, that's what I hate. Like, come on now. Do you got to happen 24/7? You have to change that. Profile picture. I have to figure out how to do it now. I guess I'll worry about that later because I got to download it and everything. Actually, want to show myself. I'm sorry if you hear those noises. Like every time I get like those notifications from the group chats keep on popping up. I got to figure out how to turn it off on the laptop because that drives me nuts. Come on. What's up with all these police cars everywhere? It makes me uncomfortable. Like I understand police are here to protect us, but I just don't like when there's police around. Like I don't want them to confront me and ask me what I'm doing because I know they do that to make sure people aren't up to no good. But still, I just don't. Yeah.
Like I hate it when they like falsely accuse us that we're doing something illegal when we're not. Like that's why I don't like the police that much.
Because I remember like that time those fire alarms were going off across the street. This was back on September 14th, 2019. When I went across the street to film them, actually after I got back on my street, when the cops got there, I remember I was filming it like it was directly across from me. I was filming it, and the cop just came across the street and was questioning me. Did you pull that? Did you set it off? Like, no, I didn't. I mean, I know they're just checking to make sure I wasn't, doing nothing wrong, but still, like, I would never do that. Like, I'm the one coming out and I heard it, so that's why I went out there and filmed it. You just hate that when those things happen. I know they're trying to make sure no one's up to no good, but it's just I hate that. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the police, and that's why I just don't don't trust them that much. I mean, I guess they're there to keep us safe, but still, they're just being so controlling tyrants. Like they're always thinking that we're up to no good when like even if it's just the littlest thing. Like I personally don't think that people should get arrested for shoplifting because sometimes people do it if they're starving or if they're desperate. Thanks to all the stupid money.
The thing that I hate, like we got to pay for everything. Like at least obviously we got to scan our things at the register, but just imagine like because obviously just taking it out of the store and stealing, that's not good. So I understand having to scan it, proof that we bought it, but having to pay money, that's what I have a problem with. Why do we got to pay money for things?
Like sometimes they take shoplifting way too seriously. Like there's worse things out there like bullying and harassment, and now that's something that the police should take seriously is bullying and harassment. But unfortunately, it's not being taken enough these days, which it sucks.
Yeah, it's like bullying is a very serious thing. It needs to be taken more serious.
Yeah, because it can damage people's mental health to the point where they can kill themselves, and it's really sad. I mean, I've, I've actually been through that situation where I was bullied to the point where I wanted to kill myself, but thankfully I was able to snap out of it. But yeah, it was the most depressing moments of my life, and I never want to go through that.
That's good. That's yeah. It's just yeah. I'm not gonna talk about that much because that's just disturbing and depressing.
Yeah, and also I know it sounds a bit, um, I know it sounds a little bit controversial, but I honestly don't think that suicide should be taken seriously. Like just putting them through a mental hospital and all that stuff, it's actually gonna make things worse for them. Like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think a mental hospital is that necessary. And I know it's a big topic, but some people, like I said, just certain things are unbearable for people, and that's why you have others to talk to about that. Hopefully, you have a lot of good, trustworthy people to talk to. Unfortunately, that may not be the case for everyone, you know, but hopefully, you always have that one person who's always there for you. But if not, you have to do everything you can to rely on yourself. But again, that's not always easy. But I try to remind myself, you can't rely on no one. People are just not trustworthy. Even if you do trust them, you
Yeah,
never know. Unexpected things can happen where they just turn their back on you for literally no reason whatsoever. Literally for absolutely nothing.
yeah, like that's what I feel with people nowadays. That's why I feel more comfortable around animals instead of people, because
Like,
animals are always there for you no matter what.
if you got a problem, you just tell me. Don't just delete me for no reason. Come on. I hate that. It's a
Yeah,
big pet peeve of mine.
yeah, that's what makes them cowards. That they will just block us for no reason.
Yeah, like we're well, I'm not gonna talk about stuff much, but you know, be mature. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, but yeah, I just and also one thing that I definitely do hate of people is that when they mention like when I mentioned about like about suicide and stuff, they take that way too seriously. Like, oh, it's time for you to go to a mental hospital. You mentioned suicide. Like, come on, like that's just way over the top.
Yeah, like if people talk about things like that, like just have a talking to with them about it. They'll understand. I mean, we all feel that way sometimes. Come on now, like I know it's concerning. I get it, but like everyone feels that way. Once in a blue moon. Like you don't need help. You just need a talking to about it. You know, hey, what's going on? I want to talk to you about this. Let's talk about it. That's all it's got to be.
Yeah, that's honestly one of the things I don't like about having caring people that they can be too caring and controlling, and that's with family members of mine, which I'm not gonna get into detail because it's kind of personal. But yeah, I've kicked a few family members out of my life because of how toxic they've become, and ever
Yeah,
since
like
that, my
for
life.
example, like people will just disrespect your boundaries. Like let's say that, like for example, like if I'm at school, like I'm not mentioning anyone, like I mean I graduated school, but like let's just say let and not just school, but even in general, if you got to deal with like a controlling parent or whatever, or someone else's parent being controlling, like let's say you don't want to eat food, you're not hungry at the moment, and they're like, you need to eat. It's like, come on, it's none of your business.
Yeah, like I'll eat whenever I want to. Like sometimes I'll give myself a snack. Like sometimes I have a late snack, like around midnight before I go to
Like
stuff.
I remember this one person's mother was so toxic. Every time we'd go on picnics or whatever, or even when I was at her house, like there'd be times where I didn't feel like eating, right? And she would just nag at me, like, Daily, you need to eat. It's like, that's none of your business. I was like, I'll eat when I want to. Like, why are you telling me when to eat? Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's why I don't like people because they can be controlling and always judgmental and always taking always jumping way too much into conclusions. Yeah, that's why I prefer animals better because animals are more peaceful, chill creatures that don't judge you for who you are and always there for you. That's why you like animals better.
Yes, that's another thing. People can be judgmental and they just criticize you, like, especially when something that they're great at and they push you to be great at it thinking you're going to be good at it. That's not always the case. Like, people need to be understanding of what you struggle with instead of
Yeah.
judging you for it and criticizing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I prefer animals better. I mean, sometimes my cat will just look at me funny, but it doesn't bother me at all because she just like looks at me, and sometimes I stare at her back, and she'll just like make like little murp sounds. Like it's pretty cute, honestly, and funny, and that's what I like about cats.
Yeah, I love cats.
Yeah, I definitely prefer cats way better than dogs. I mean, some dogs I'm okay with. Like my neighbor's dog, for example, I've never really had too much problems with it. It's usually pretty chill, but I don't like dogs that are aggressive. So.
Yeah, dogs are good. Like, I don't like aggressive dogs at all, but like dogs that are cute, like the only problem is like they require a lot of responsibilities. Like they
Yeah,
can be adorable, but like it's just too many responsibilities. You have to take them out for walks and all that, and you got to pick up their crap. Like, ew, I don't want to do that.
yeah,
Like,
that's gross. I mean, that's another reason why I prefer cats because they're easy to take care of, and plus I have a self cleaning litter box that
like
automatically.
I have friends who have dogs. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't mind. They can have whatever animal they want. But me personally, I just prefer cats. That's
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah. I mean, I'm okay with people like if I had a friend that has a dog, but as long as it's not aggressive and you'll use each other, then I'm perfectly fine. But yeah, because I don't like dogs when they like constantly jump on me and stuff when I'm visiting a friend. That's kind of rude and disrespectful for them. It's making me overwhelmed and uncomfortable.
Like, I remember this one dog. Like, when I was at my friend's house, I think it was a golden retriever. Like, he was all over me, licking me. Like, that dog really liked me. At first I was kind of like, this dog is really being intrusive, but at the same time, it was kind of cute. Like, I have a picture of it. I can maybe send it to the group chat, if I find it. But that was honestly cute. Like, that dog liked me. He was licking my face and everything. That was honestly pretty cute. That
Yeah,
was back in February 2019 when that happened.
yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna go inside. I'm starting to get cold.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely prefer cats. Even though I prefer cats better than dogs, but some dogs I'm okay with. I just don't like the aggressive ones. 'Cause, yeah, but yeah, I definitely prefer cats better than dogs in my personal opinion because that's just who I am. But of course, I also like nature and wildlife animals as well. When I have squirrels that, because I've had some squirrels that come up close to me when I give them peanuts and stuff, and it's pretty cool. So
All right, we are back inside the house. We're gonna get started with the vacuuming in a moment. I just have to check
yeah,
some
I
shit.
agree with Dave Shack. Nature and wildlife is, definitely more for me because it just brings me peace and comfort, especially when I'm feeling, stressed out from, people and all that stuff. And that's one thing I like about nature that it just gives you peace and comfort. So that's why I prefer like living out with nature all around me in my front of backyard than with other people. Because yeah, I definitely love nature. especially love the trees around me and stuff. You know, I love their presence. So yeah. Yeah.
So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna use this bad boy right here to vacuum with today. This
Cool.
bad boy here.
Let me turn my camera around. Hold on a second. I wish that StreamYard can just have the button to just flip the camera without having to go to settings.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain apart, but
Yeah, hopefully you don't hear those sounds. Those are the stupid notifications. Just ignore it.
Vacuum right here first, which is the newest shark in my collection, which is Dark Vertex Powered Lift Away, which I'll be using that.
Oh, I want to get one of those so bad. Maybe I'd like that more than a rotator. I don't know.
But yeah, let me get some. Got me some little earplugs like
But I would try to buy one online because it's cheaper. Like, for example, if I get it off eBay, like you can get a lot of cheaper stuff on eBay. A lot of people say eBay sucks. It's crappy, but it's cheaper. That's a good place, if you want to save money. You know what I mean? That's why I like eBay, honestly.
I mean, I would recommend buying a new vacuum because some used vacuums can be pretty filthy. You never know what type of dirt that they've been cleaning out.
Oh, that's a oh my, oh, I'm in love with these new angles. Check this out.
I want to see it. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't have to have it flat on the floor anymore like I did with the iPad. I can just put this on top of something and kind of have it facing more down like that. You see? I think that looks way better, honestly. I just gotta clean up a little bit first, and then I'll get started. I have my water. I have my water right here. My water at the. Yeah, I'm using a laptop now for live streams. It's a lot better than the iPad because for one, laptops are designed for live streaming, and secondly, like I can actually use my iPad for monitoring. And also another thing with the laptop, I have this different angle now. It's not flat on the floor. I put it on top of something and I have it like facing more downwards, so you can actually see the rug better. Wait until I turn the vacuum on. It's gonna be even nicer.
Yeah. Cool.
I just gotta recycle some of these bottles and cans. I'll be right back.
Yeah. The view that I'm having, which is my camera phone on the ground, it works pretty well. It's a good view. We can see the head and the dirt bin and all that. But yeah. But yeah, I do plan on getting another shark, which will be another powered lift away that's a little bit different than this, but it is pretty cool looking. Yeah.
I still have some soda from earlier. I'll just put that somewhere for now.
Yeah, Dale got a laptop, Dave. That's what he's using. Yeah, Shark is my favorite vacuum brand. But of course, there's other vacuums I do like, even though Shark is my number one favorite brand.
Yeah, this is my mom's new laptop, but she doesn't really use it at all, so she lets me use it. I can definitely use it for live streaming every single week. Like, she only uses it on rare occasions, so it's technically mine too. Like, it's basically our laptop. We both use it. We use it for all of our needs. Because I use it for live streaming, and I even use it when the iPad isn't working right. It's really nice. It's really, really convenient. You know? gonna move the laptop charger out of the way. I don't want to run that over with the vacuum. Definitely not. All right, and we're ready to go.
See the dirt fly around. Hope you guys see the dirt flying around. I don't know if you saw the dirt fly around.
Hey, look at what mine got.
Cool. I don't know if you guys saw the dirt fly in, but yeah.
See if I can show you. See all that hair in there? That's a lot. Like a ton of fine dust. It picks up a ton of fine dust. Let me tell you, there's so much fine dust in this thing. It's incredible.
Yeah, I did pick up the wall color myself. Back.
See, look at all that. Came out of my rug. Nice and clean now. We vacuumed it. Made it look nice.
Yeah. I picked up the color myself, so it looks really nice. The blue, which it has like a remote control. We can change it different colors, but pretty much most of the time I keep it on blue because it's my favorite color. But yeah.
All right. Like now we got a nice clean rug. That's great. All right. Wasn't that a lot more cool with the laptop? Watching me vacuum with the laptop instead? Like, isn't it a lot different than with the iPad? I know the quality may not be exactly. The quality is decent, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's better with the laptop. It's not necessarily the quality, but it's just the angle. It's more so the angle with the laptop is better because the iPad, like I had to have it flat on the well, obviously not flat on the floor, but like it was like on the ground. Like you could see a lot more of the ground. Now I have it more so up high, and you can actually, you know what I'm trying to say. It's just a better angle than before. So now we're gonna take a trip to the basement. Just have to. Okay. Going on a little trip.
Oh, doing some more vacuuming, or was that it?
Yeah, that's it. We have something else we're gonna do. Told you we had to come down here for the fire alarm, and here's why. We got. There it is. We have that going on right there.
Let me get my tripod set up. Hold on a second. So I have two phones that's hooked up to the wall this time instead of one, which I will show you in just a minute. But if I'm moving it, I'm trying to extend the legs of my tripod.
Now, this isn't going to be very long. It's probably going to be like a minute and a half long. Just keep that in mind. These fire alarm tests may be shorter because in case, my neighbors come down, I don't want them to hear the thing. So, but they might hear it, but like if they like open the door, that's where I'm going to get concerned. So yeah, I'll keep a close eye out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, let me get my fire alarm set up on the wall. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had a remote strobe on the wall, so I wanted to put a horn strobe on the wall.
Yeah, Commander 3 on this side of the basement. And I have the classic over here.
How was that file test?
I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah.
It'll be better when I get another Commander 3 here in my bedroom. The one I had in here, I put on the see, as you can tell, I put it in the basement along with the Spectral Classic. I had the Advanced there before, but then I put the Commander 3 there.
Yeah. I had my Spectral Advanced first generation in my room, and then the room across from my room was the Commander 3.
Okay, so battery is at 88%. That's pretty good. That's a lot better than the iPad. So another thing I like about the laptop, it holds battery power longer, and it's a lot easier to charge. I mean, this thing I need a new charger for anyways, the iPad, but still, the laptop is just makes life easier for me. Only con is it's heavier, it's more bigger, and there's no way to send voice messages on the thing either in group chats. That's the things I don't like about the laptop, but there are pros and cons, you know?
But yeah, my file system on the wall is a lot nicer now that I've got a second file on. And I am thinking about putting a third one that would be in my bathroom, but it's definitely going to be a remote strobe. Because I honestly think it's just over the top if I put a horn strobe in the bathroom. So it's just going to be a remote strobe.
Like I want to put more fire alarms in the like around the house. My mom doesn't want me to do that. It's like it's why I wish I lived independently sometimes, because I could do whatever the heck I want around the house.
Yeah, I mean,
I could still put alarms up where my mom didn't want, but if that happened, then my mom would probably she would probably take them down. I wouldn't want that, even though I wouldn't give her permission to, but she probably still would. So, yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen. So I'm just not gonna bother with it.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to put a file in the living room, but my dad doesn't want me to. But I guess I do respect that rule. I guess, but yeah, but I still want to kind of. Still would be awesome if I also put one in the living room. But yeah, I'm just gonna be thankful for the way it is now. But yeah, well, at least I'll get to put a file alarm in my bathroom. But it's definitely gonna be a remote strobe, which I'm thinking it will be the Spectral Classic S1224 NC. So that's what I'll be putting up on it. But yeah.
All right, live stream has been edited. Perfect. I'll set with that. So, we're gonna chat a little bit more. The stream's not over yet. We're gonna chat a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's the new thing. You remember in the past how we ended the live stream directly after the fire alarm testing? Not anymore. So we okay. So I've made things a bit different. And Jimmy's gonna show you some of his alarms.
I might also test a remote strobe, but that's fine.
Go for it.
Yeah,
I don't tell you what you can and can't do here.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that's cool with you.
And of course it is. I'm not controlling. I'm not a narcissistic person, so I'm not gonna tell you what you can and can't do. I think that's very disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very uncalled for, and I'm happy that they're not like that.
I believe in kindness, so I don't agree with that. To me, that's nonsense.
Let me find But yeah, I am gonna you know, uh, the third file I'm going to be mounting on the wall will be in my bathroom, and it's going to be this S1224, which is the remote strobe Spectra Classic multi-color version. I think it would look nice on the wall, especially the walls in my bathroom are a sky blue color. It would look nice. But yeah. Can't believe it's been 3 years since I've collected fire alarms. It felt like it was yesterday.
And yeah, I remember. I remember April 2022 like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been 3 years. I mean, I haven't been really collecting fire alarms that much, but I'm honestly kind of getting back into them and stuff. But I do want to get another pole station because one of the pole stations that I have, which this one right here, I took this one from the wall, which I replaced it with just a blue push button. It's not mounted in correctly because I just didn't feel like taking it apart. But the switch right here is kind of broken or something like that. Like it's all jammed. It wouldn't flip down. Like I don't know if it's broken. It actually works. Let me give this a test. Maybe it actually works.
Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot to show you guys something. I know I showed you last week, but I want to show it again. I have to turn my lights off for this.
Yeah. This quick.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, that's that LED. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love them. And they have different settings too, but I like that setting the most.
Yeah. I keep my LEDs on blue because it's my favorite color, but it has a remote where you can change it to different colors. All that. But I like to keep that blue. But yeah, this is my Spectral Advanced remote strobe. I'm gonna do something.
You know, one thing that's funny about the laptop. Yesterday, I had to give it an update. Like what happened was, right before I left to go to the bus stop, I opened it up, and then it said 0% update completed. I'm like, oh, does it have to update now? But what I did, a clever thing that I did, I just left it updating, and then I left, and it updated while I was at the school, so I didn't have to worry about waiting at home. And now it's completely updated, and it's working nicely. I mean, this laptop's brand new. My mom bought it brand new back in December, so it's literally brand new. Yeah, I think she bought it on December 19th of last year, so it's only a few months old.
Yeah, I think the Switch on this final PlayStation broke.
What I love about the laptop is it has a camera. Our old one didn't, so I couldn't stream with that one. But I can with this one, and I love that.
I need to get some more PlayStation. I don't got that.
So
I'm just waiting.
I'll never have to use the iPad to go live again. I'll do it with the laptop from now on.
Ow. This is definitely one of my favorite PlayStations because it's metal, and I like the design of it. It's deep on.
Yeah, I definitely want to get more pull stations as well. I just wish I got YouTube paychecks more often because I got to wait every couple of months for that, which that's the one thing I can't stand. But other than that, I'm very happy with the YouTube paychecks that I get.
Yeah. I mean, even though YouTube is, being unfair about false supporting us, but I still enjoy watching.
Yeah, only thing you gotta watch out for is YouTube's, nonsense community guidelines. That's part of why I haven't been posting as many videos. But I'm still not I'm still doing live streams. I am not giving up live streams. I'll still post, but just not as often as I used to.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, and I think that's also another reason why I haven't been active on my channel. If I post something, people would falsely flag it, and that's like the most important. Got all my things saved.
But I would like to do more vlogs soon, though. Keep that in mind, folks. I do want to do some more vlogs soon, especially with the weather being finally nice.
I might also test a horn stream. That's
I think this live stream went really well today.
yeah, went out pretty good. I'm gonna test a horn stroke on this part of with my PlayStation if that's fine.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna
Yeah, do you guys see that pull station that Jimmy has right there? That's the one I also want to get because it says pull down and it says fire alarm. I want to get one of those too eventually. And I've been looking at them on eBay and I have seen some.
Yeah.
I'll definitely get my hands on it.
Plus, it's my favorite PlayStation. I'm definitely gonna keep this one. I mean, it didn't have lift, and pull cover thing, but I removed it because I honestly prefer the single action pull stations a little bit better. I mean, some dual actions I prefer, but most of the time I prefer single actions because it's more simple. Of course, it could be a risk for people trying to pull down for fun, but other than that, I still like it.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with this one, which is my number one favorite LED fire alarm. Which I honestly like the LED version of the EST Genesis better because not only does it look cooler that way, but also like I noticed that it's like it also has a switch where you can do code 3 or continuous on high and low volume, but on the regular version, it doesn't have that. It just has a fixed code 3, but there's a thing that you can cut the jumpers and now it's permanently set to continuous. So, but yeah. And plus, I don't know if you can change the volume on the regular EST Genesis. I haven't been looking at that because I noticed that it's much louder than this one. Maybe because it's on high volume or something like that, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get my earplugs because it's gonna be loud. Really loud. So, but do a test. So here we go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite LG fire lamps, and I like how small it is that it can easily fit into my pocket. So, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
That's fine. I'll keep this stream going for 6 more minutes. I don't think Jimmy heard that, but I'll tell him when he gets back. Yeah, I think this was a pretty good live stream. I think it went really well. Nice and long. We played my Mario for a little bit. For the first hour. We went outside for a little while, probably 25 minutes. Then we came inside the house again. We vacuumed my dirty rug. Now it's nice and clean. And I have a nice clean rug, which is awesome. And then I showed you the fire alarm. I basically showed you the fire alarm set up in the basement. I basically have the Spectral Classic, right when you walk down in the basement. Spectral Classic is right there. And then the other side of the basement, I have the Gentex Commander 3. So that's my current fire alarm setup that I have. And then I'll eventually get a new pull station for in here, and then I'll have another Commander 3 along with one on the back porch as well.
I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back. So, yeah, we have 5 minutes left of 4 or so minutes left of the live stream. 4.5 minutes left. But yeah, I was just telling people how great the live stream went. I look forward to doing it again next Saturday.
Yeah, and I do plan on going live on my birthday on around maybe 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know if you'll be available to join.
I'll see what I can do.
But yeah, I do plan on going live on my birthday stuff, and also we'll make some announcements about the updates about since I have been active on YouTube for quite a while and all that. But yeah. I'm definitely not going to be putting a link in a live chat because that's way too risky. I'm going to be taking some extra precautions.
Yeah, that is something that is only privately
I'm not
given out.
Yeah, and I'll be making a rule of to anybody watching this, please do not ask to join because I can only send links to people that I trust, and that's what.
Yeah, disclaimer. I only send the link to people in the group chats. So basically, if you're in the chat and you want the link, I basically will only send it through, let's say, if you're following me on social media, I can only send it to you through messages. Because I'm not doing it in the live chat. Let's say there's trolls that come on here, I'm not posting the link in there and then getting weird people in the thing. Not happening. So, yeah, just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
If you want the link, I'll, make sure you have your messenger or whatever set up.
And also, even though I'm not trying to be strict, but I'm also going to be setting my comments to live commentary mode. That way, I don't get troll comments. So that's what I'll be doing. So just be safe. We'll be making these.
So, Felicity Reds, if you enjoyed the live stream, be sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to turn the post notifications on to all so you don't miss out on the next live stream that I do next week. Exactly 1 week from now, I will do another StreamYard live stream on Saturday. Again, remember, if you want the link and you're in the live chat, I can only send you the link if you have a social media, especially if you're already following me on there. So, yeah, I appreciate everyone who joined. Thanks for your time. I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream. I look forward to entertaining you guys with another live stream next week. So, peace out, Felicity Reds, and we'll see you next Saturday evening, around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Cool. Bye, guys.
Dale Felicity Red is now signing off.